round the table, not round the square or triangle. We come to hang at the game on Fridays that we're able. We play well here in Camelot, we are chums and fun, but Camelot. We're nice around the table, our host is formidable. He runs his train, walks insane, but sure he's quite unstable. He's automatic Camelot, but seems never to have done a lot. Able, quite incomprehensible. We're wrenching and we have no plan but to sit and hear Dodge babble. It's a lazy time in Camelot.
I have to shake my bum a lot.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation.
See it, you'll love it, and it's all done in the best possible way.
Sorry, not sure why my mic was turned down, but it was. My apologies. Welcome, everybody. I'm not going to repeat it all. Sorry, I'm looking at the list, and once somebody pinged, I knew something was wrong. Yeah. Accidents happen. Anyhow, it was Thanksgiving. We had a busy week, and getting the house ready, and now we're in the transition, trying to get ready. Gonna start setting up for Christmas. I was putting up our Christmas lights on the house, and now I've decided to put some on the garage and our deck as well. And so anyhow, let me get into greeting everybody, see who's all here. Some others have chatted, but their names have disappeared. So anyhow, welcome Sir Tim of Dowd. We've got Sir Alan Reynolds of Buckland Junction. We've got Sir Lee of Anfield Road. We've got Sir Jake from the Haunted Railway. Sir Andy, the Hot Dog Pilot. Sir Ifo Van Zon. We've got Sir Jean of Ricard. We got Sir Kyle Stevens. We got Sir Andy from March West Junction. The Royal Barkeep is here. Sir Mick from Edgeley Park. We've got Sir Clive from Newland Railway. It was tough to watch your video of your bricklaying, your latest haul, because I don't know how far back your purchase videos are from when you released them, but your shed building video where the rain stopped play, as you say over there. Sir Ray of Bobel, Sir Ray Ron, who's got a bunch of cool videos. Also a lot of shorts. I missed 99% of the shorts people do, and about 100% of posts people do. We've got KJ from Roland Bleu. Let's see. We've got Sir Darren from Canadian Locomotive and Logistics. Just popped in because my list shifted down. We've got Sir Scott Wood. We've got Sir Tom of Couples, the Sergeant at Arms here. And we've got Sir Tom of Houston is here, and Sir Chris from the Valleys. That's everybody on my list. I don't know if I saw other names. I think I got the ones that I thought I saw. But yeah, it is that time already, Darren. It's another Friday come and gone. They're passing by quickly. So a couple of things to some of you watching. Andy, your locomotive that I bought will be arriving here apparently today. It was listed as out for delivery, so I will try to get that in the mail tomorrow, but more likely it'll be Monday that I'll get it in the mail to you, and then I can let you know how to sort out the world here. And then I've got a couple of things coming in. I bought a new locomotive, but I'll keep it as a surprise until tomorrow. Or actually, I get it tomorrow, and then I'll make a video. So I don't know if the video will go up tomorrow or Sunday morning. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it's been going. I didn't know it went offline, but it's been up and running on my channel. And then I have a small order from Lipa coming in on Monday, but that's some more decoders and a couple of special things, which again, I'll do. Nothing big, nothing major on that one. The major one, the big one, is tomorrow's delivery. So, anyhow, yeah, just not a lot to say. We're gearing up. I'm gearing up. I don't know how well you'll see it over there, but if you look back there, I'm setting up the display because beginning Monday will be the 24 days of Fowler and Noak figures. It's weird. The first video gets the most views, and then each day the numbers go down, and by the last video I think like 10 people watched the video. But it's kind of fun to do it, and several people do like it, so we've set that up. Hello, Sir Jeff. Great to have you here. Yeah, we like a lot of things I do on my channel. There's a small but very dedicated audience that enjoys the little bits we do here. Hey, Sir Kyle, thank you for that. And again, I give all the credit to Richard from Trains in the Attic. He was the one that was the first channel I came across doing it many years ago, back before COVID. He did it each year, and it's just become hard to it's become harder for him to do it. And I started doing it. Now he just seems to, rather than do it himself. I know Andy from March West Junction, he buys the other because is it Fowler or is it Noak? One of the two companies releases 2 advent calendars. There's the primary Christmas one, and then there's a thematic one that they also release. Like it's all railroad workers, or it's all rather than, you know, basically a usual pack of Noak or Fowler figures is 6. So if you figure 24 days, you're basically getting 4 packs of 6, you know, 4 little things, which are normally $10 to $20, 8 to 16 pounds each. And I pay about $30. So you're getting the figures at half price by buying the advent calendars. Of course, the trade-off is you're not necessarily getting figures you can use, although I've used the vast majority of them, and the rest my grandson loves to play with. So he sits here and plays with the figures. He's got a bunch of them in pieces locked in a container crate right now. Yeah. So anyhow, what am I running today? So let's go to the camera and start getting things in the way, and then we'll catch up with any chat I miss. And did I see Sir Aaron of Aaronville is here? And I don't know the name for Cub Burr. You got 2 loops back in. That's good to hear, Tim. I was so sorry you had to take that up. I loved how you had the track arranged. It was very well aimed for my mental needs. I don't know about anybody else, but I loved the bends and the nooks you had around. So I hopefully you can get that all back up. Okay. So anyhow, as I was saying, let's get to the trains, get some things in action. I did not test run these in, so I'm expecting the worst. Although I will say, last week, no gremlins. So at least the streak is over. I had a week off with the gremlins. We'll see if they come back this week. But anyhow, our first train running is going to be the Austrian Railjet. I want to double check something here real quick. Make sure he is, yeah, he's set to go the right way. There was a small system update for Märklin Central Station 3 that came out sometime in the last few days. It wasn't on my, let's see, when was the last time I had the Central Station 3 on? Was it Wednesday or did I have it on yesterday? Anyhow, it clearly was new within the last couple of days. And I've been messing around down here with doing the updates. Plus, it included updates for the mobile station. All right. On line 2, I have an Alex. Normally, this guy does the short loops, but I thought for today... Whoops. Got him going backwards. I forgot I backed him into position for the show. But I got the Alex here, and I'm going to let him run the big loops for a change. You're making some funny sounds there, Alex. But it all seems good. All right, line 3 is my IC2. And which means it's the double-decker. One of my favorite models, just because this is a model of a train. The locomotive and the cars are the running numbers of a train Joyce and I rode from Delmenhorst to Leipzig, Route 2025, which, of course, that's the year now. And then, because I get freight, I haven't run this guy on the live stream in a while, so I thought I'd get out this ESU Class 220. Alex, what's that? Alex is a private company that does regional express trains in Bavaria. They're based in a town called, I think it's Horn, which is near the Czech border. And they basically do things in and out of Munich and some of the other main Bavarian cities. Okay, we're good. Now, running in lane 5 is... Let me double check something. Oh, my apologies, Evo. I did not know I grabbed the wrong one there. Why did I put the wrong one there? Uh-oh. And a disaster. Ugh. Gremlins are out. So apparently I did screw something up. My apologies, Efo. I had this hooked up. When I put all my steamers away after the Oktoberfest, I must have crossed them up. But I also had that stupid, I haven't replaced it yet, that extremely stupid messing up turnout has struck. But I have to fix a couple of things. So gremlins are striking fast and early. That's damn turnout or double slip. Why did you? Well, whoops. You pulled the coupler right out. And cheers for putting it in upside down. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I can get everybody back in motion. So yeah, when I put everything away, that was supposed to be the Flying Scotsman. I set up the Flying Scotsman. Oh crap. What is going on? I went through and checked all of these right before going on air, and all of a sudden you're open. How did you freaking get open? Alright, this one's not a gremlin. This was either I missed that one, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Almost had an accident. Fortunately, I caught it in time. Other than bumping these guys off. Yeah, maybe I should just shut the stream down and call it a day. I'm not in the mood for this shit. All right, and now let's see if I've solved all my stupid mistakes. But that one double slip was acting up. And now we've got a short, which means, okay, you were not on rails properly. Now let's see if that solved the problem. Apparently when I put them on, I didn't put them on, and the double slips there. Sorry guys, somebody's causing a short somewhere and I can't figure it out. It's you. What is going on with you? Well, it's the tender for the Flying Scotsman keeps derailing. It's derailing on the points. So 10 minutes in and I've got 4 issues that have happened already. So the gremlins decided, they gave me a week off and decided to come back at me hard. Well, with the flat cars, that was me bumping them when I was dealing with the other one. Hey, Dino, Sir Dino, how are you? I'll get the guys on the floor going in a minute. I want to get the... Let's get the guy in the back going, the little Rangierlok. He's probably going a little fast, but... Alright, so looks like for now everybody's staying on, so just I had a point and a tender causing issues there. Hello, Sir Josh, welcome in. So let's go on the floor. 2 guys also prone to be problematic. I'm running the Beatles Yellow Submarine as a 4-car set. I didn't add the middle 2 cars because those middle 2 cars, one of them keeps derailing regardless of which way I put them in. And then we're running a couple of Javelins. We're running a couple of Javelins down there. So I got 3 UK trains going, which is really the most I can do. And yeah, I'm running a flat car here. Well, it's not a matter of well done. This is the problem. I did not test run, and I might have found these problems. I set up the trains on Monday with the idea I'd come back, and either Kyan and I would test run them on Tuesday. But I just got busy with other things, and I had time today, but I decided to go work on Christmas lights instead. And outdoor lighting. We've got a big winter storm coming in this weekend. Oh, that's cool, EFO. Yep, Dino, running the red Railjet. It's been a while since it's run, so we're giving it its day today because we're counting down to Christmas Steamer Palooza, which will be 3 weeks from today, which is also my birthday. December 19th is my birthday, and it'll be Steamer Palooza. I'm hearing an odd sound, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Yeah, nobody's going to be there just this minute. Well, hello, Sir Hi. Yeah, life gets in the way. But it was just a lot of prep for Thanksgiving. I think I was talking about it last week. You know, Joyce and I bought a new stove, and it's an induction stove. And there were a lot of things we could not figure out, and the manual didn't explain anything. Well, I finally found the full manual online and download it, and I was like, oh, that's how that works. Oh, that's how you do that. Oh, and so we've been doing a lot of, like, Joyce practice. She made a cake. She made a German-style cake. We got it off of a German cooking website, and I showed it to her and said, you want to try this one? And she was like, do you want me to try this one? I was like, sure, give it a try. I forget what it's called, but it was it's based on raspberry jelly and a yellow cake, and then some icing and some hazelnuts in the icing and glaze. And it was really good. And it tasted very European. It was not your usual very sweet American cake. It tasted very, very much like a European cake. And, well, the site is a true German cooking site. We check it out now and then for recipes. Hey, Sir Raymond, how are you? Sir Raymond of Legs is here. Every now and then I'm hearing one little grind, like one car is derailed slightly, but it doesn't keep repeating. So I don't know if there's just a spot where something's going over heavy. I want to slow that shunter down. He's going way too fast. These shunters, I have not messed with their speed adjustments. They either go 180 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour when you switch the decoder on them. You have to go in and really adjust the CV values, which I don't do. I just figure I can control the speed with the speed control. Okay, it is you. Okay, it's just, that's right. It's just the ski on the, on that Alex going through right there. The ski seems to be noisier than most schleifers are going through. One of the flat cars did not look right. Fourth one. I will double check when he comes around again. Oh, figures. I switched to that camera, so there's going to be somebody in the way. So 1, 2, 3. Nope, they are all on the rail. Oh, that. Huh, I wonder if that's pushed out of its spot. I have to double check that, but it's running okay. One of the first long flatbed, one of the axles looks odd. The first long flatbed. Oh my God, WinZip, I do not want you. Okay, now there it looks okay, so it might have just been my imagination. Okay, but it's running smooth. Everybody seems to be running smooth. Just once something happens, I get hypersensitive listening, and then things that I might ignore as sounds as normal, like the shoe on that Hercules, that Class 223 pulling the Alex train, going in the back. I hear those, and I start going, I hit panic mode. Speaking of which, Joyce sounds like she's just come home from grocery shopping. But, you know, I watch a lot of Leslie Gilpin videos, and Leslie has a lot of videos where there's a lot of empty flatbeds, like they've dropped off and now they're going back, whether they're wood. Usually it's like lumber. And since I don't have a lot of... I think I have exactly one freight car that actually has a load in it. I think maybe one of the next things to do on one of my trips, probably the next trip to Germany, is start looking for loads. I mean, I know how to make coal loads, and I've even got fine black ballast to do it, you know, and put a little foam, slat of foam in the bed, and then you make it with, you know, you put some sort of cling film in there, and then you fill it up, glue it down, and then when you take it out, you peel the cling film up, and there's your load, and then you can take it out if you want, put it in. So I know how to do that, so I should do that, but some of these others, like the wood, the flatbeds, which are really lumber, and they've got the lumber slats on them, just start coming up with ideas for what to make loads and start having full loads on them. Ballast and concrete sleepers would be a cool idea. All right, Lee, well, that's all right. Raymond Legs, the only sober man at the party. What party you're at? Pocket rocket shunters, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. These little shunters, when I make them digital, their speed, according to what I like, according to this, that guy's going 19 miles an hour. That is not 19 miles an hour. He's not going very fast, but he's going very fast. Slow him down. I'm going to see it. There, that might be a more appropriate speed. Oh, yeah, of course, EFO. Of course. Yeah, Andy, Hot Dog Pilot, that would be something I might do way in the long run, especially with Steamer Palooza becoming an annual tradition. Oh, Sir Brian at Clintonville. And hallo, moin, Andre Eckert, Sir Andre of Eckert. Bram poses, yeah. Brawa and poses. Bauer, yeah, if I can find Bauer, but some of those are a little harder to find. So yeah, it would just be going through and seeing what I got, but maybe not this Christmas, but maybe for next Christmas, I'll start looking at doing some sort of holiday-themed loads for some of them as well. Because I was looking at the Class 01 for Christmas and looking at all my steamers, and I think I have enough steamers that I could do 3 shifts. I think I am close to 18 steam locomotives, counting the Christmas train. So I could run a different set of 6 steamers each hour for the 3 hour I do my live stream. Yeah, thanks, Josh. I do like to use that space. I like to use that space for really small locomotives since it's a small loop of track. And so I will usually run my diesel or steam shunters or really tiny locos. Since I now have a fairly large collection of them with 2 more to be added this week. Yeah, I saw that, Clintonville, that you're now doing the N scale. You're not even halfway through the op skills you're running. Well, you've taken on a major endeavor there, Ray. It's gonna take some time. Hello, Sir Greg. Thanks for stopping in. And hello to Heather in the background or wherever she may be. That's what the matter is. That's the sound I'm hearing. Oh, he did it again. forgot. It's one thing, and I'm glad I'm hearing more and more people about these Model Ban Unions, that they are having issues with them. So it's not me. I need to set this down somewhere. I just need to get up to that. It changes its address. And then when I reboot the computer, it goes back to its address again. So it changed itself to the same address as the Railjet. That's what I was hearing all this time. Don't know that I will buy another Model Ban Union model. This one's gorgeous and it runs great, but man, the decoders in them, and I think they use ESU. But yeah, my little RRX guy, every now and then when there's a system update or a reboot like I did today, it changes its address. Now, its address is the address it should have, but it starts operating on 3, which is the same as the Railjet. And so when I reboot the Central Station 3, it will go back to operating under its own address. So it was over there. What I was hearing grinding was it was actually trying to move. Hey, Sir Artie, how are you? Well, I think ESU decoders are fine. I am not one of the people that think they are the greatest thing out there. I think they're great. I think it's their sound functions I think are better than most companies out there, but I think there's all kinds of companies out there that make decoders that are equal to ESU and not as pricey. And I'm happy enough with Märklin. I forget if Märklin uses Zemo. It used to be Lens, but I don't think they use Lens anymore. I think they're Zemo. Hello, man. How are you? Hey, man. But considering this is a new model, I don't think they'd be using the old ESU 4. You know, I believe it would be Look Sound 5 or Look Pilot 5 with sound, whatever. Hello, Bohemians! Sir Victor! Hello. But that's... Anyhow, yeah, now... That odd sound I mentioned about 10 minutes ago was that thing was stuck and it was grinding on the wheels, which obviously is bad, but... But yeah, it's a weird glitch. Every now and then when I reboot the Central Station 3, it goes to address 3. The decoder does. The Central Station 3 doesn't change its address. And then if I reboot it, it goes back to normal. And it doesn't do it every time I start up the Central Station 3. It's hit and miss. I love this train when I'm running it. When I'm not running it and it's parked on the layout, it can be a pain in the butt sometimes. I mean, I don't like, and other people, I watched about 3 different German channels in the last couple of weeks where they're talking about the Model Ban Union, and they do not like what I was talking about when I got mine. They do not like the way the couplers are designed. So I was glad to hear guys with more experience and more knowledge than me saying what I felt like. I just did not like the way those couplers were designed. But another guy was saying, yeah, that his has trouble keeping, his phrase was, keeping the address. Newer Rocos have great sound. I mean, to me, it's great. I'm not a train sound aficionado. For example, years ago, Märklin released a Class 218. You know, one of the all-around, everywhere, omnipresent. Working locomotives in Germany. 218s are just, they do everything. Passenger freight, you just see them everywhere. They're a classic to German and surrounding countries. Okay, Märklin released one in a special livery, the Cottbus livery as we call it. Piko released a version of it as well, and each company, Märklin and Piko, donated to the charity this was supporting. Anyhow, when it first came out, Märklin aficionados were screaming that they had the wrong sound file, that is not a 218, that's a 217, or whatever they were complaining about. That's the wrong sound, that is not a 218 sound file. How could they get that wrong? And it's like, well, anybody can get something wrong now and then. You meant to click A, you clicked B, oops, you know. But, oh, they were livid. I wouldn't have known. It sounded like a diesel locomotive. I wouldn't have known. Just as when I got the Flying Scotsman, many people said, wait, that sound is wrong. And I'm like, really? They're like, well, yeah, the Flying Scotsman is a 3-cylinder, and the sound is a 2-cylinder sound. I now can hear the difference, but up until that moment when I started listening to different ones, steam locomotives all sounded the same to me. Chuff, 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 chuff. You know, they all sound the same to me, but obviously the people with training hear the difference. I don't, so I'm happy with the sound functions, and I'm not, you know, the only time I really, like if I got a cheap Piko, the sound is really clearly toy sound. You know, it's a cheap speaker and or a cheap sound file, and it just doesn't sound as realistic. But otherwise, most of my locomotives, I love the sounds, and I wouldn't know if it was the wrong sound for that loco. Too many audio rivets. Well, no, I mean, I get it. If you're into it, then sound has got to be right. You know, I'm only speaking for me where I'm not that into it, where, you know, if they did get the sound wrong. And of course, I did have another 218, so I ran the sound on the one 218, and I was like, oh yeah, they do sound different. Yeah, and that's the thing. And Märklin now has their programming tool that you can download sound files, including your own sound files, onto their locomotives. You can take the decoders out and change the sound files, or you can, you know, just pre-program it with the correct sound. So, you know, I don't think the Märklin programmer sold as well, because Lokpilot was such the Lok sound and Lokpilot was such a successful and dominant thing where basically everybody had already bought that. So Märklin did create one of their own. I think mine is in here somewhere. I can't swear to it. Oh, I still got to paint a couple of guys. Is it back there? There. Come on. Close. Close. Okay. There we go. Things run more smoothly without all the sound? Okay. Well, there's that, KJ. Yeah. If you don't want to turn on, and who was it? A channel I follow did that. They bought a new loco, and it was a steam locomotive, and it had diesel sound, or it was a diesel locomotive, but it had steam sound. Oops. Yeah, and Evo, I learned that, but these guys knew their stuff the way you know your stuff. They're like, that's a 216. That is not a 218. That's a 216. Or 217, whatever they were saying it was, that it was not any of the 218 sounds. But I like the sound, but
My favorite sound, obviously, is a steam sound. I always say I'm not into steam trains, but I think 18 steamers says that attitude has changed. Lord knows how many steamers, but I think I counted. I might be at exactly 18. And I'll be adding one, I think, this weekend. And that's not the new guy coming tomorrow. I'm getting a couple of decoders on Monday, so it won't be this weekend. I'm getting a couple of new decoders on Monday, and one of the guys I'm converting is a steamer. And I have to apologize to Jean Ricard because I told him I didn't have one of these, the 3079s, and I have or 78, whatever it is. I've got one. I did have one. I didn't remember getting it. Well, hello, Sir Steve of the 87th PSAP. But, the thing is, when I'm down here not broadcasting, I will play one of the sounds. I might play the steamer for a while, decide I'm tired of it, and especially if I'm running like an ICE, I'll turn on the ICE sound. I don't run the diesels as much because of all the sounds. The diesels to me is the most annoying. Sorry to all my diesel friends out there. Diesel locomotives can look great, but their sound and their smell, everybody's got their view, which ones they like, which ones they don't like. But yeah, obviously there's just something classical about a steam locomotive. Even though it's the wrong sound, I do like the sound in the Flying Scotsman. I don't know if you heard the whistle. Well, no, Jean, I don't like giving a wrong reply or a wrong answer. I just said I'm sorry that you saw it and remembered it. I didn't. So when we were talking there a couple of weeks ago and you said, Anthony, don't you have one of those 3079s or whatever? I was like, no, it's all this. Well, it was buried behind something else back here. I had put a box in front of it and totally forgotten I had it. And that's the next one that's going to get that's the next one to get a decoder. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Steve. Going to Austria and then getting sick. Ugh. And see, somebody loves the sound of diesels, but... See, I now know that is the wrong chuff for a Flying Scotsman. But I do like that sound. Chuff, 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 chuff. Petticoat Junction. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did slow that shunter down quite a bit in case you hadn't noticed. And now the thing is, I can't listen to it without going, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. You have a new picture of the community tab. That's the problem. I don't see post and community tabs very often because they don't show up on my computer, and I don't use my phone for YouTube very much. Where I might get notifications of posts. At the junction. Petticoat junction. Hello, Sir Craig. Hello, hello, hello. So, let me see if I can find it. All right, so let's go to Andre Eckert. Click. Post. All right, I found it, Andre. Let me, apparently Andre wants me to show you the one of your desk, Andre. Is that the one we're talking about here? Only saw the BMW. Hey, Sir Randall of Ellison is here. It's a great train TV show. Were there trains in it? I didn't watch Petticoat Junction for trains. I watched it for the three girls. It was like Gilligan's Island. I was there for Mary Ann and a little bit Ginger, but more Mary Ann. I love Dawn Wells. Dawn Wells and Yvonne Craig, who played Batgirl, were probably my first two crushes as a little kid. I just loved to see them. It's the only reason I could tolerate that crappy Batman TV show was season 3 they added Batgirl. Well, it's like the Wonder Woman show. People go, "Oh, I love the Wonder Woman show." No, we loved Wonder Woman. If you ever stopped and watched the acting or paid attention to the plot lines, they were so bad, especially when they modernized after year 1. They changed networks and modernized the science fiction patterns, the giant gorilla. The plot lines were so bad. The acting was... Linda Carter was a lot of things, but she was not a great actress. Beautiful, wonderful singing voice, amazing dancer, a lot of skills, acting. She was never, it's not like she missed her chance to become an Academy Award actress. She was suited to TV. Indeed, Randall. Indeed. He was in a lot of things. He was in Twilight Zone. Not Twilight Zone. Yeah, Twilight Zone. And what was the other big science fiction one? The Outer Limits. He did Twilight Zone, The Outer Limits. He did a lot of things before he did Batman. Well, hello, Ben Griffin. Sir Ben, we need to knight you. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. Mr. Griffin, Ben Griffin, you now have a blue spanner, and you are free to post a link to your channel if you, in fact, have a channel that is of trains and such. We are a model train channel, but we talk about everything but no religion and no politics. Those things will get you booted real fast. We will occasionally talk economics, but nothing else. We try to keep the political part of economics out, but when you're talking model trains, we have to talk economics. The expense of the hobby or the cheapness of the hobby. Everybody was in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, Linda Carter, and Linda with a Y, L-Y-N-D-A, Linda Carter. Oh, yeah. I had crushes. You know, I was born in the mid-'60s. 64. And so there are crushes when you don't understand. And that was like the Girls in Petticoat Junction. The original when Gilligan's Island was first on. You know, when you don't know why you're suddenly attracted to these people, but you are. And then Wonder Woman comes out in 76 or whatever it was. That's puberty. You know why you like Linda Carter as Wonder Woman. You understand why that show. That was one of the few shows where I would say, Dad, Wonder Woman's on. He's like, okay, turn it on, son. My dad would be asleep on the couch, but I forget what nights Wonder Woman's on because it changed a couple of times. It changed networks and changed times. But boy, you'd click Wonder Woman on. My dad would, Wonder Woman's on, I'm up. Makes good drain cleaner. The Fosters. You have never seen one episode of Wonder Woman. Well, okay. All right, Kyle, try to have a good day at work. I hope things turn around for you quickly. Josh, that is a Class 220. It's an older for modern, sort of modern era. I mean, there are still some 220s out there, but you saw them in the 60s and the 70s, or I don't know, did you see them? Yeah, I think they were around. EFO or Raymond Legs or Jean Ricard here could tell you what year they. But that color scheme is called Ocean Blue and Beige. Some people say cream, but the three sites, German sites that I'm familiar with, all say Ocean Blau und Beige. Some say Ocean Blue and Cream. But the Deutsche Bahn site called it Ocean Blue and Beige. Anyhow, it's a Class 220 diesel. It's an old heavyweight. Did a lot of heavy lifting back in the day, and there are still a couple of them out. I think mostly heritage. I don't think any are doing true work. Maybe the 221s are, but not the 220s. Survived into the 2000s. Oh, and Andre can help you about it. Is it pink or salmon? There you go. Steve, I watched Duke of Hazzards because it was a Dodge Charger, but considering my family history, we did not enjoy that flag on that car. We fought for the North. I remember my dad, my uncles, my great uncles all watching. I go, why would they do that to a gorgeous Charger? And I know that's going to become borderline politics. I'm talking Civil War. I'm talking history. We fought for the North. Let's just say my relatives helped burn Atlanta. If you go and find out which division actually did the burning of Atlanta, you know, Sherman ordered it, but the guy he ordered, his last name was Dodge. Oh, there you go, Aaron Gray. Aaron Gray from Buck Rogers. Yeah, and Philip Bender, yeah, I was probably more about Daisy. But being a Dodge being a Dodge, any show that made Dodge Chargers the feature car was always going to have our attention. You watched Debbie Does Dallas. I think many of us did. Welcome, Dame Amanda. You watched Eisenbahn Romantique. Well, Andre Eckert, that's the big thing. It's been, SWR has announced they're canceling it, that they're not going to do any more episodes. SWR, I believe it is. Eisenbahn Romantique. Hagen von Ortliff is on YouTube almost daily with new videos begging people to write into SWR or whatever it is and tell them to keep Südwest Rundfunk. Well, hello, Stanley, and welcome in. Sir Stanley. Got a lot of new people hanging out with here. But Stanley, since you do some things with trains, I will knight you. I now declare you a knight at the rhomboid table. I need to change cams. I've been on this cam for a while. Let's go to this one, just as that Alex train goes through. All right, let me see. I don't know if you guys will hear this. I just put the sound of the diesel 220 on. Oh, so Tom, you were seeing the old the old Batman serials from the 40s or 50s. Yep, yeah. Yeah, the old original 40s and 50s serials. I don't know how common that was in the UK, and you UK people can tell me about it. But in the 40s, 50s, and into the 60s, and even on special occasions in the 70s when I was still relatively young, movie theaters would have the weekend matinees, and you would go in and you would have a cartoon or two, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, whatever. And then you would have a serial of one of these shows, you know, like Batman, where there would be like anywhere from 10 to 20 chapters. You'd have the Lone Ranger. You'd have Batman, and then in the 40s, 30s and 40s, you had Buck Rogers, Undersea Kingdom, Rocky Jones, Space Ranger. Yes, KJ, I did see it. Very interesting. ABC Miners Saturday morning. Yeah. The GoPro is running, but it has its own flatbed that I would attach it to rather than throw it on one of those flatbeds. Because if I'm going to put the GoPro on, I want it to be one of the trains that is running circles. Hello, Lego Man! Denmark. I love Denmark. Joyce and I spent 9 wonderful days in Denmark. It was an absolutely beautiful trip. All right, well, if I'm going to add a GoPro, I need to turn some things on to add GoPro. So I got to get Mona server. I got to open up VLC. I got to turn the GoPro on. Beep, beep, beep. And then we got to do Quick Pro. And then live stream, other RTMP. I think I've got the new RTMP in this. Da-da-da-da. It's going to take a few minutes. We'll give you that view for a few seconds. Okay, it is now logged on, so Mona server should have it listed. Yep, Mona server has it listed. So now I just got to go to VLC. Now I just got to pick the train to put it on. Who is going to run the GoPro? Well, let's try the Alex train. He's going kind of slow as it is. So when Alex comes back around, we'll slow him down and we will put the GoPro on him. I usually like to put it on lane 1, but I don't want to add it to the Railjet. Oops. Come on, come around. I'm sorry, I slowed you down too soon. Come on. Come on. You can do it. I'm going way too slow for the Alex here. It is inching along. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my first live shunting. Now to test the shunting. We are good. So shunting was successful. So now, let's see. Now, the screen will go black for a second. The screen will go black, and then in about 2 to 3 seconds, it'll come back on. 1001, 1002. There you go. Nice thing about the high-speed internet, it goes on faster. It used to take 3 seconds with my old internet. And I'm going to run him slow. Although you might not think it's slow at this point. You're going to run out of cotton buds. All right, good night, Lee. Thanks for spending some time. Peace to you and Jackie. Or as Ringo says, peace and love, peace and love. Nice up close of the IC2. And a little bit of the Delmenhorst station in your face. The problem is if you see me here and then see me on the actual camera below, that 2-second difference. And here, you'll see my two little rock climbers. That house needs foundation work. That house needs painted. See all the wildlife teaming. Uh-oh, a couple of animals are down on the ground. Either the hunters got them or they're doing something that you normally see on the Discovery Channel, or at least the old Discovery. A couple of areas where my grass fell off, so I'm going to have to touch those up. Oops. Well, they are stuck. They've been there for weeks. They've neither gone down nor gone up. Now we're going through the pseudo Bremen Hanover without the canopy. But now with this view, you can see the new truck and the crew at work here. See, I got a little story scene there. That's kind of cool. Not very good rock climbers. Did somebody get ads? I do not. Guys, I do not touch the ads. I refuse to add ads, but unfortunately YouTube will put them on. If I don't put them on, YouTube will put them in themselves. It's just because I have it set to manual and then don't do it, YouTube will interject now and then. Every layout has a story, absolutely, but when I say a story, I'm talking little individual scenes. When you're putting stuff on a layout, characters and figures, I like to look for little stories. Like there's an argument between a customer and the person at the market square. I've got Santa Claus getting arrested while his reindeer are puking and throwing up on platforms 2 and 3. I've got the workers there. I like the little stories in every little scene. Tony Pinnell's is very good at that. All his little stories. And a lot of people that do it. Is TTRE here? Did I miss TTRE coming in? Although he's Walloon, I believe, Belgian French. Ads on phone, but not on the laptop. That's cool. I mean, I'm sorry for the people on the phone. But, yeah, from when I first got monetized and how I could control ads to now has drastically changed. It used to be you could limit all ads to blocked or certain ads 5 seconds and then you could skip. Now they have sponsored ads, which you can't skip for up to 30, 45 seconds. You have to watch 30 to 45 seconds of it before you can skip it. And some, if they pay enough money to Google, you can't skip their ad. You have to watch all 45 seconds to a minute of it. And some of the ads are 5 minutes long, but you can usually skip them after 30 seconds to 45. All right, good night, EFO. Thanks for hanging out with us. So, yeah, I did. And my apologies, EFO. I did have a French loco up there at the time. I didn't think I did. But it's the train I had connected to my British stock. So somehow I inverted my French steamer and the Flying Scotsman. Which means I probably have 2 countries mad at me. Well, they got to make their money. Yeah, that's the one that bothers me, Ray, is when somebody is not monetized and they still stick ads on their videos, usually only at the beginning or only at the end. But what also gets me is the channels, and I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, because I have no problem with you making money. I got no problems with, hey, because I made the same decision. YouTube is putting ads on my channel. I might as well get a little piece of the pie. And I get paid enough to buy one good loco a year by YouTube. So the ads are going to be there anyhow because of the number of viewers I have. They're going to stick the ads on anyhow. I might as well get a little something, something for it. But I have everything at the lowest setting possible for ads. But then there are channels I watch, a couple of my history channels, where, well, this is their income, so I get it. But they'll make me watch 3 minutes of ads because they won't curtail them. They won't let you. They set it. Because there are ads I see where I can skip them on other channels, but these guys don't let you skip them because they want you to watch the ads because they get more money that way to keep their channel going. Oh, and then realized they were full of glitter. Yeah, really. We could make that joke whenever Hi or IFO or any of our other Dutch contingent are here. Like they're going, I'm going to such and such place. Ah, so you'll be a Flying Dutchman. You're up to 166 HO engines now. Well, I just counted last week. I'm not at 166, but I am nearing 100, which gave Joyce pause. I think you guys might have seen it live on TV when Joyce went, how many locomotives do you have? She thought I was around 50 or so. I was like, no, honey, I got close to 50 just from well, about 40, I think, from Herb's collection. Supply and demand. You know, it's frustrating. I will find something to do for a few minutes if I can't skip the ads. But it's part of the world, and I can either get upset about it or just shrug my shoulders and wait for the video because I do like the videos on these channels. And if that's what they got to do to keep making their content, you know, there are channels where they have memberships, and you know, they do things for their members, extra videos, private videos that only members can see. They reward them. I could do memberships and maybe some of you would join, but I don't need to do memberships, and I'm not going to do extra content for members. Just for members. Because my content isn't good enough to make it exclusive. My content is of lowest common denominator, so it should go out to the lowest common people. That's not saying you're the lowest common people. I just mean it goes out to everybody. All right. So there, you guys have all had a few loops on the train channel now with the GoPro. I hope you enjoyed that. I will go back to it. Well, my first 2 years, I remember my first 2 to 3 years, I had less than 12 locos. And then I retired, and my bonus allowed me to get some cool things, and I haven't stopped. Well, thank you, Andre. I'm glad you guys like it. I enjoy doing the GoPros. I enjoy doing anything as long as you guys like it. My biggest thing is how many Steam locos do I have for? Well, hello, Sir Derek. I prefer to put the GoPro on lane 1. On line 1, I guess I should say, the outermost line, because you then see everything. You see both platforms at Delmenhorst and that, but See, if I were to turn the camera around and show it the opposite way, all you'd see are the walls in my all you'd see are the walls in my basement, and maybe some of the back scenes. Hey man, it's an addiction. 2 Mahano U.S. locos, and the rest is GDR German Era 4. I have 1 loco currently not running. That is my Class 371. The decoder's blown in that. And then I have 2 other units, 3 other multiple units that are not running right now. Because I blew decoders in them. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I will have by Steamerpalooza 17 steam locomotives. I could almost do a new set of locos every hour of my live stream for the next Steamerpalooza, because I could do 6, take those 6 off, replace them with 6 more, and then take those 6 off and replace the other 5 or the other 6. So I've got like 16 or 17 up above, and then I've got a bunch for down below. Hey, Sir Andy of March West is here. Hello. Don't get caught blowing decoders. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing to do either, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for the money. My Thanksgiving was okay. The meal was excellent. Everybody in my family can cook. Now the view everybody with the small camera screens hates. With the GoPro diagonal above me. So we have 9, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13. This particular screen has 13 of my 20 potential cameras. Uh-oh. My GoPro, it says, just lost disconnection. Yeah. Right now, YouTube's saying, now would be a good time to insert some ads. And that's where you go, all right, people, we'll be right back after these commercial messages. Click. You know, like, no. Interesting, interesting. That's weird. Does that mean I don't have to go through the intermediate steps anymore? That's cool. Apparently it's just to connect it. Once it's connected, it's all good. Well, my GoPro said it lost connection, but it's still filming. The VLC still is reading it, and you're still seeing images from it. My phone app, because the reason there's a 2-second delay is I have the GoPro sends a signal to my phone sends it to a proxy server called Mona server. The Mona server translates it to go to VLC, and by being on VLC, that's how my OBS can pick it up. Go to a commercial every time there's a derailment. Yeah, but all the people who don't have the commercial free bit, they would still be here and watching me, hearing me cuss and curse and all that. Hello, Ian. Hello, Sir Andrew of 156. And hello, Steve from Worthington. Nice to have you here, Sir Steve. But yeah, is this the third already? Third or fourth? Is this the third or the fourth since I went back to my old internet company, but now have the plus 20 up broadcasting. So I've been doing OBS without StreamYard. And it is interesting. I've been watching channels where like somebody was live streaming. Couple of people, were streaming, and they're doing it with StreamYard. Oh, it was yesterday, Mark Dunnicle Dad, and hi Mark if you're in the background. He was talking about using StreamYard as opposed to OBS for various reasons. And the thing is, everybody treats OBS and StreamYard like they're the same thing because you use them to live stream. But they're actually totally different formats and concepts. OBS is a production studio. It's meant for you to create a show. You got all these things. It's not meant for you to be doing a conference call. And StreamYard started as a conference call where you could have basically one camera, and then you could invite, if you're using their free version, up to 6 people. But StreamYard has been, over the last couple of years, adding more and more things to make it more in line with OBS. The one thing OBS hasn't been doing, although I keep being told they are working on it, is an easy way for OBS to bring up guests, because that's the big difference. StreamYard, you can bring up guests. Although most people that live stream with StreamYard don't bring up guests. Artie and I used to bring up guests a lot on his Wacky Weekend show. We haven't done it in a while. And Ray does STS. So StreamYard's great, but also StreamYard is at the technically what I'm saying is wrong, but it's also right. It's more stable. It's stabler because StreamYard, the free version, only allows you to broadcast at 720. So when you're using 3 or 4 cameras at most, and with StreamYard, I think you got to add 1 camera, but there were ways you could get around it. Like if you had different phones with different email addresses or that, you could invite yourself in and add more cameras. There was a backdoor way you could do it with StreamYard and get multiple cameras on. I think Mark still does that. I use when I don't use OBS to record videos because the thing is, all my cameras are static. They're implanted. You know, I have a video camera, a 4K video camera back there. You can maybe see it above my finger there on a tripod there. I use that and my phone for 4K filming of all my videos, even when I do running sessions, rather than use these cameras. Now, 4 of these cameras you're watching are 4K, and as you're watching, even if you're only in 2K, they're in 4K. So like this camera, this is a 4K camera. If you had a 4K TV, this would be standing out to you. But even in 1080p or 720p, this will look clearer than a camera that is 720 broadcasting in 720. Just because you have a higher pixelation. Adverts on tablets, and yeah, when you're using the apps. No, they didn't. Our KJ, our local cable company is local. Our current cable company, they're local. They're here, based in Toledo, and their customer service is excellent. So when we announced we were leaving, they're like, wow, you've been with us for 40 years. Why are you leaving? I said, because we're not using cable anymore. We're not using the landline anymore, which we had with them for 30 years. Cable, heck, my dad got on their cable in the mid-70s. So really, we had been with them for almost 50 years when we left a year and a half ago. And Verizon gave us this big deal, but Verizon's was not good. Yeah, oh yeah, viewing on the tablet is definitely better than viewing on the phone, just because of size. You know, size does matter. But when I go to the multi-screen, and I've had people complain, and complain's maybe too negative. People say, oh, when you go to this many cameras, I can't see anything. Even on their tablet, they'll say, I can't see anything. And I kind of like this because you can pick which train you want to follow for a bit, or even follow it zipping through the different cameras. You can kind of get a tour of the layout. And I have certain cameras I don't show enough of, like this one. I love this view. Unfortunately, there's a lot of periods here where there isn't a train on this section of the layout. But there's a lot to love about this angle. Hey, Sir Kieran, how are you? Yeah, I saw your live stream. Unfortunately, it was a holiday. Derek says, what kind of cameras are you using? I have got a mishmash of cameras. So what I'll do is, at the risk of annoying you all, this camera is a Nexigo N60. This is a Nexigo N60. This camera is also a Nexigo N60. This camera is a Debstech, and there's no model number. It's just Debstech. which is kind of generic. This is a Debstech camera, and I've got a few of those. This camera is also a Debstech. Hello, Sir Simon. Yeah, the camera tour. This camera I don't show enough. This is a Nexigo N660. Not the same as the N60s I had earlier. I don't show this camera enough. Because I love the view. When you catch a train coming through, I love the view. I love watching a train coming around the corner. So you get it coming around the corner one side, and then it comes straight on, and then it goes around the corner and you see it. I think corners are my favorite way to view a train. Watching a train going around a bend. Whether it's a big arcing bend or like even when we were in Deschler a few weeks ago and we're watching the train spotters, the rail fanners, doing their trains. It was great. So anyhow, yeah, so this is a different variation of Nexigo. Then there's this camera, which I need to tilt. It's got a little bit of the Batman villain tilt. That is this is a generic. This is your generic Chinese bulk camera. It's a generic, but it works. This is also a generic. It's called DB Power. This is a 4K camera, and it's broadcasting in 4K. This is a DB Power camera. This is also 4K. And this is a Debstech 4K, so it's a little different than the other Debstechs I was showing. But this is a Debstech UHD camera. Ultra high def, or 4K. So as you can see, I got a lot of Nexigos and a lot of Debtechs. At one time I had a lot of Logitechs, but the Logitechs, once my computer went up to Windows 11, my old Logitech started having problems with it. I still have one Logitech on it. Is it this one? I forget now. Or no, this is the Nishang. Yeah, this is another Chinese one, but it's a great camera. It's also 4K. It is a Nishang M3. Yeah, the Wiesmann car motion system, yep. Yeah, you pay almost double the price of the Fowler, but then you don't have to pay for some of the other stuff the Fowler does, although you still have to do the turnouts and that. But yeah, they have those sensors in them so they won't crash into each other. Okay, the 11-lane cam. That is a Debstech UHD camera. Or no, that's a basic camera. This is regular 1080p. What I call the Joyce cam. That is a Nexigo 930. So I've got three different styles of Nexigo. I got Nexigo N60s, N660s, and then the N930. And then the Bremen corner cam. This is another. It's the same thing as the Joyce cam. So the camera on these two corners, this corner where the train is coming by me, as well as the angle you're seeing it from, those are the same thing. Those are Nexigo N30s. This camera is another of the basic Debstech, D-E-P-S, Debstech. D-E-P-S, Debstech. And then my last surviving Logitech camera is this one. Nope, I lied. This is the Logitech 920. It's the oldest camera still on my layout. It's a Logitech 920. I actually have another Logitech 920, but it fights with that one. Was there a murder in the yard? Is somebody dead? I can't keep these guys standing up, laying down on the job, I tell you. And then the last main cam is this one. And that is another Nexigo N66. N660, I'm sorry. So N660s, I've got two N60s, so I got 6. Let's start all over. I have 6 Nexigos, 2 N60s, 2 660s, and 2 930s. All right, Scott Wood, thanks for hanging out with us. Well, I appreciate that you like that. I always like doing that. And then, obviously, 3, 2, 1. I've got the GoPro camera. And then I have 3 tablets, my phone. So that's 4 more cameras. The GoPro, or 3 different tablets, and my phone. And technically I could do Joyce's phone as well. So yeah, I have about 18 cameras active on this one. I think I did them all. And then, you know, I got these quad views that I don't do enough, where instead of all 13 cameras or whatever, I have this view. Well, it comes down to, it's not even that my computer didn't like them. OBS did not like them sharing space. My computer probably has 20 cameras, because I've got 4 more cameras connected to my other computer. When Joyce and I do videos, you know, every now and then we'll film a video upstairs. Because they're cameras I took off of here because I couldn't get them to work on OBS here, because they fight with other cameras in OBS. OBS does seem to have a limit to how many cameras it can handle. My computer handles all the cameras separately just fine. OBS seems to say, okay, 15 or 14 webcams is enough. 15, that's too much. So, like, the GoPro comes in a different way. It's not coming in as where it's reading the computer like it does with all the others. So if I attach 20 cameras to this computer, my camera will go through them all, but OBS will have a couple of them start fighting with each other. I think I saw that video yesterday, because family didn't start arriving here yesterday until 3:30, 4 o'clock. You know, when I was a kid, my mom always had Thanksgiving dinner at 2, and we ate about 3 to 4, because my mom was always late. So Joyce just does about 4 to accommodate, because my son and his wife, they come up from Columbus, they spend the morning of Thanksgiving with her family, and her family eats noonish, and then he comes here and does another meal. And I used to do that. I would go to my mom's family first and eat, and then I would go to Joyce's family and eat. and I would eat small portions of both. You know, both families would look at me like, aren't you going to have any more? It's like, technically, I'm on thirds already. Hello, Sir Brian, the Rock Rail fan. Nice to have you. But we, but yeah, I have more problems trying to get OBS to separate the cameras than my computer. But there's a couple places where I'd like to put a camera, but I would have to really take away some scenery to put the camera there, and I don't want to do that. So, let's welcome in our other guest. Is the GoPro still working? Let me go to the multi-view real quick. Multi-view? Yep, the GoPro is still running. I might add it here. The host wide view. Now, Joyce actually had the day off of work this week, but she might still look a little day off work because she worked. You need a mic, and I need to move a French steamer.
Okay.
I need to put him back while you're saying hi to everybody.
All right, hi everybody. So hi Tom. Hello Alan, nice to see you. Hello Tom. Hi Andy. Hi Chris. Hi Monsville. Or hi Mon, I'm supposed to say that. Hi Raymond. Hi Derek Alexander. Hi, hello there John. Hi John Cannon. Hi there, Kieran. Hi, Simon. Hey, Randall.
Oh.
Hey, Ruin Blue. Hello, hi. Hi, Andrew March West. Tell me if I'm wrong, of course. Hi, Steve. I think I've got a lot of them.
Oh, okay, he did derail. Was that a British derailing?
Oh, I was hearing somebody. That might be what I was hearing. I thought it was on the top, though.
Huh. Oh, there. No. That's that pick.
Oh, it could be down there. You always hear one. Hi there, Mick. Cold chicken, seafood, and salad for Christmas. It's, you know, I heard a lot of people do, you know, have a barbecue for Christmas down under. Yes, too. Sorry. Here's to Thanksgiving Part 2.
And then I gotta alter this. It's upside down! Yes, it is upside down.
It's upside down. That's a different way to see the layout. Everything's
Well, this
hanging.
should feel normal to Artie.
Yeah, really. Or Mon. Oh, yeah, indeed. Mons. So that's a fancier meal, huh?
There we go. All right, I gotta get down on the floor and...
Down under cam. Yeah.
You sound like you're derailed.
He suffers for his art. Get ready for a hometown Christmas for December 6th at the train station depot. That sounds cool.
Yeah, not the best bogey design on these.
Gotcha. Hi, Ian.
I'm getting too old for
Say
this.
hello, Ian, huh?
I'm getting too old for this. You need to start doing that.
Oh, good grief.
Honey, we got a train uncoupled. You need to go under the table and do it. My son had that
Particularly
deal
you
for a
have
while. My
better,
son had that deal where he was,
You have better knees than I do.
if I was working on the deck and dropped something, he'd have to go under the deck through all the cobwebs and everything because I couldn't fit under there and he could. I think nobody was happier
we were
he got
nearby,
bigger
we'd
than
go,
him because he didn't have to go under anymore.
Yep.
Now if something fell through the crack, he'd have to wait till I rebuilt the deck. Which
Pretty
seems to be
much,
about every
yeah.
10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, that's on a...
Oh,
Sounds
we had
like
we started with Gremlins again.
Well, you didn't run them in. You were
Yeah,
busy
I
doing
know.
other things.
Well, the thing is
Kind of figured it would happen.
that I've got the replacement here. I just got to get my lazy butt and do it. That bad.
Okay.
Second one, the Alex train. The locomotive and the first car went through it straight, but then the third car, oh yeah, I'm going to follow and turn off. It just got itself in between and started veering off because that stupid arm does not stay snug. I've got to replace it. The amount of damage I have to do
says the
to
handy
my
dandy.
new scenery over there will be fairly involved. What's that?
Does your reacher reach down there?
Well, you can grab it.
Right. Would help you put
It would
back
take
on.
a lot of dexterity practice to learn
Sure
to
would.
rail something on it. Oh, look at you yawn.
I know, I'm sorry. Oh. Alright. Hey,
We're
well,
getting ready for hometown Christmas. Oh, that's right. You were talking about that last week.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
the
what's
hometown
cool.
Christmas.
I will be right back.
Oh, hello, Ray. Sir Ray of Ray Central 127. Yeah, getting under. No, I have trouble. I still do it. I don't work under cars anymore. I take them to garages to have the oil changed in that because now you have to have a computer to do it. You can't just change the oil. There's a thing you have to switch on the car that the oil's being changed, you know, some little diode. So they make it where you can't do it yourself. Hi, Fred. How's things? Cold chicken. Oh. I'm not a big fan of chicken
I
except
think
for
cold
chicken
chicken
breast
sounds
as a
good.
chicken breast sandwich. You sliced into lunch meat. I don't like chicken that
Oh,
much.
Tito!
And Sir Raymond is here.
Okay. Hello, Sir Raymond. And Ray is here.
Yeah, there's that too, because of course Joyce has a bionic knee.
Yeah.
Joyce has an all metal knee. They went in and cut out a big section of thigh bone and
All right, stop.
femur and put in all these metal parts. They left the patella, right? You don't have
They
a fake
did,
patella.
yes.
Yeah. So she's got the little patella still there
Yep. Oh, it wasn't messed up.
because you've cracked that.
Yeah, I am.
You have cracked your patella.
Yeah. Hey, you've done all kinds of things to that leg. I'm a cyborg.
You've had many surgeries on that knee, and the other
Yeah.
one's going to need replaced sooner rather than later.
I think it's got a few more years in it yet.
Yep, Joyce is a cyborg.
Yep. Just my knee. It's not major.
I'm just waiting for Skynet programming to go all wrong and she decides to start taking over the Earth. Then we're all in danger.
Oh, Reyes, how is your most recent experience with ordering from Model Shop Lipa? What should I expect?
Well, I have not ordered from Well,
Yes,
I
you
lied.
have.
I've got 2 orders, but both the orders were under $100. So
Wow.
I did
That's
not
a
get
blast from the
hit
past.
with any FedEx extra charges like they did when I ordered from Canada and it was shipped FedEx and had to
Right.
pay the tariffs. So there might be a limit, like you have to go over $200 or $300
they
before
might be
they start.
including it in or something. I don't know. Car doesn't have a transmission dipstick, and it's made like that. Oh, okay.
Doesn't have a transmission. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's like,
But then again, everything is so computerized now.
yeah, they don't need a dipstick.
The problem is the
They go
computers
beep,
can
beep, beep,
have
beep.
their
Is
own
right.
faults.
Yeah. Welcome to what we call new crappy cars. Is there a small order threshold? Did $50 or something get free? You don't ever get free shipping.
That's what I'm wondering. I
Yeah.
don't know. I did not think there originally was. But they might have bumped it to the
How
same
much
thing
was
when you're
your-
bringing stuff back from overseas, where anything under $400 they don't hit you for.
Yeah.
Because when Joyce and I came back from Germany this year, I
Okay.
didn't claim $400 in value.
Right.
I claimed about $395.
Yeah, we had a handful of locos in
I bought a Loco. No, I bought several Locos.
We bought several locos and cars, and we had locos everywhere in our luggage.
How much did you pay for that Loco? $100.
It's right, 100 euros. Yeah. How was my day?
Yeah,
It
how
was
many
really
locos?
quiet. We just cooked for 8, and we had turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes,
Gravy.
gravy, of course.
And
Ham.
canned cranberry sauce. And there goes the GoPro. The GoPro has now said we're done.
Ham and
Soft
macaroni and cheese for those who don't like turkey, which is a couple of them. And it's a lot of food. Then homemade rolls.
Thank you, GoPro.
I think that's the bulk of it. Kids brought a salad, which was good. Lenny always brings desserts.
Joyce makes homemade bread,
Yep.
made from scratch. Good stuff. Mashed potatoes. Scratch made.
I
We don't grow
gotcha.
our own potatoes.
Yeah, I've heard some companies are doing that. We were afraid Lipa had, but then they did.
Lipa said they weren't going to,
Yeah.
that it was up to the delivery company. But
Right.
again, I have not bought a Loco that would put me over that threshold for a
Right.
while. I cashed in my bonus because I don't know how long it'll be because I'm scared to try it.
Yeah.
Because I know a couple of people have bought Locos and then said, yeah, I got nailed for an additional $150 on tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I can't drop $300 on a Loco and then $150 on tariffs.
Well, it's at a $450 loco, which is too
Yeah.
expensive.
But a Loco I have wanted to buy from Lipa, and I was never, when they would get them in stock, I wasn't catching it because I didn't have it on pre-order. I just had it on my wish list. And Lipa does not say, this is on your wish list and this just came in. I wish they did that.
Right. Yeah, notified you wish list. But then again, that might be too
So
much work.
I would see people got new ones like, oh, I just got this from Lipa. And I would watch their video. I'm like, oh, they're in. So I would go to Lipa like, out of stock, pre-order. How are you getting it? Because Lipa keeps, you got it from Lipa, and Lipa keeps saying it's, because it's this particular Loco that they wait till they get so many pre-orders in, and then they make another shipment of them. But more shall be revealed this weekend because it's supposed to be here tomorrow. And even though it's a birthday present, I'm not giving it to her for December until December 19th. Nope.
Oh, nah.
How do you make a dipstick complicated? I agree, Tom. You would have to do a video and show that to me, like, because I'm like, that's crazy. Yeah, because other countries have just said, we're not shipping to the United States. Lipa will ship to the United States, but they're not dealing with it. It's up to the shipping company. So my figure calendars that are, well, behind my bald head here, well, you still can't see them. I'm setting up because I will start filming the Advent calendar reveals.
Time for the Advent calendar.
Yep, beginning Monday. The first one will hit the streets running Monday.
This is 26 days away.
I mean, I want, and I do film them a day in advance. I will tell you that. I film them a day in advance.
Take care.
All right, good night, Hi. Take care.
Bye from Hi.
Well, you know, I had my, let's see, that's Mons. Yeah, the Suzuki.
Yeah.
See, I had my big 1973 Dodge Charger where you could fit 4 bodies around the engine, and that was still a huge engine, but everything was reachable. You could repair everything yourself. That was a big car. Nice. It was a big car. You could fit 8 bodies in the trunk, 4 across the front seat, 4 across the back seat, and 4 more around the engine block. Don't ask me how I know. But that engine block had so much room around it, you could repair everything. My 2014 Charger, which is a gorgeous car and I love it, much better gas mileage. You open up that hood and you can see the engine, you can see the windshield wiper dispenser, reservoir I should say. You can see the battery hub and the radiator, but I could not replace the radiator on my own, which I could do on my 73 Charger and did. Mm-hmm. That was one of the original parts that finally went bad in 2008, 2009. It finally sprung a leak, and there's a place that makes custom Chrysler replicas, and they had a 73 Charger radiator replica, and I bought that, and it cost me $100, and I put it in myself. A little bit of help from my dad. No, my dad didn't help on that one. My dad helped me put the radiator in the Cordoba. Because by that time, my dad and I were...
Yeah, I kind of didn't think so. I wouldn't go correct.
Yeah, by that time. But yeah, I put the radiator in myself. Real easy. There's the 4 mounting brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Disconnect this hose. Now reconnect it. Now pour in the fluid. Now you can't touch the radiator of a Charger because all the sensors will go off of the computer. And anytime they fix something like change the oil or do the transmission, they have to reset the computer in the car to acknowledge it has been redone. Yeah, 100, yeah. Josh Can, 166 HO engines he's up to. No, I just did a quick count. I think I've got 16 current steam locomotives. By this time next week, it'll be 17 because I have a little one that I'm going to change the decoder in. Although he's going to be tricky to fix. He's going to be tricky.
All right, Josh, thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you, Josh. I like watching your trains go in your videos since I've signed up.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed.
Have to find a rev counter exploded
You did
diagram.
your apprenticeship at one of their dealerships. Okay.
That's handy.
No, my dad, being a car guy, I didn't start this guy back up after I took the, sorry about that, little dude.
He was rusty.
Getting his rusted. My dad had that attitude, which I respect the attitude my dad had, which is anything I could. He was going to teach me how to fix anything: car, house, electrical, anything. Fix it yourself because you'll pay somebody else 3 times the cost to fix it. And my dad could fix everything. My dad could fix everything. And he, even if there were laws against it, my dad knew how to fix it. And like, he worked on gas lines. He knew all the proper rules and that. He knew what the codes were, other than this has to be done by a licensed plumber. And my dad wasn't a licensed plumber.
He's kind of ignoring that point.
He was ignoring that part. But yeah, my dad knew how to do it. So if a gas line needed replaced for a stove or something like that, he did it himself. He knew where to shut it off at the main. He knew to drain the air, where to cut the pipe off, where to add the new piping, and nothing ever blew up. There are 3 houses in the city of Toledo my dad and his brother built together themselves. We lived in one for a couple of years, and then my dad moved. So we all moved.
He took the rest of them with him.
His brother lived in the other one. And then the third one, they sold. But from laying the concrete foundation, they did everything themselves. Framing, wall, electrical, plumbing, water plumbing, gas plumbing. They did it all themselves. My dad never took a car to a mechanic. He pulled it up in the driveway and fixed it himself. And by God, I was going to learn how to do it. Problem is, my dad knew how to fix things, but he didn't know how to teach me how to do it because I didn't speak scream.
Yeah.
My dad could fix anything, but he screamed and yelled and cussed up a storm while fixing it. And so half the time I'd be squinting and my dad would say, "Now, did you see what I did there?" No, I had my eyes squinted and my ears plugged. I didn't hear or see anything. Whap!
Hi, Anthony Downs.
Well, hello, Sir Anthony of Anthony Downs. I am Anthony, and there are many other Anthonys that frequent this place.
Yeah, indeed.
Andy's now, Anthony's. We got plenty of Andys. Anthony's. We've got more and more.
Yeah,
There's Anthony Borden and Anthony of Middleport Junction. Anthony of Choberton, although a lot of guys call him Tony. But I once asked him, I said, does he usually go by Anthony or Tony? And he says, well, I tend to go by Anthony, but I didn't want to be confused with your channel, so I just told people to call me Tony.
Oh, okay.
So everybody calls him Tony, but I still call him Anthony.
Gotcha. Hi, Artie.
Hey, there's Eric. Sir Eric, and maybe Sir Billy from Van den Eisenbahn.
Hi, Eric.
And Kyan, if you're listening in the background and watching, let me know so Oma and Opa can say hello.
Right.
My grandson on Tuesday, I think it was
Tuesday, yeah.
Complained at me that I haven't been saying hello to him in my live stream. And I explained to him, I said, your mom has to come on and let me know you're watching. Because you do a lot of things. I thought you might be at your kid power class or something else, and that's why you're not
Saturday.
Those are on Saturday. Now I know this, but I just assumed that maybe that's why.
He had school for a while there, he had school till 5. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had school till 5.
Mm-hmm. So.
But I assume Willie is off school today. So if Willie's there, hello Willie, hello Opa.
Did you get a lot of snow, Eric? I think you're in front of us.
Well, supposedly with the game tomorrow, the snow's not going to hit until after the game.
Yeah. Well,
they were saying 7 o'clock is when the snow really starts getting heavy.
Yeah, it's going to be.
And the game should be over 3:30.
After dark.
I wish I could be confident. I wish I could say, yep, Ohio State's going to win. But after last year's
snow yet?
embarrassment...
Are you forecasted for snow? Ooh, I'm spinning.
Because we're...
Are you green?
We're, what, supposed to get... the middle ground is like 7 inches.
Yeah, about 6, I think. Is,
Oh, about 6, okay.
Yeah.
But the estimates are anywhere from 2 to 14. And then my son, who lives 2 hours south of us, they're projecting not to get any.
No, 1 to 3, but it's probably going to melt.
Yeah.
So it's going to rain on top of it. Hey, Forever DC.
Well, hello, Sir Doug. Thanks for stopping in.
6 to 8, okay.
What you making
Gotcha.
for dinner? Last night, you guys are, because somebody else I know in Wisconsin, they were saying 8 to 10. But you're
Yeah, it
in,
just
you're
depends
in
where
the
it is.
Milwaukee region, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to get specifically where you're at, but you're kind of near Milwaukee,
My
Green Bay.
brother.
And so further north, I guess they're supposed to get dumped on heavy.
My brother was going to drive to Madison today. And then decided, yeah, never mind.
Oh, well, that's
It's
cool.
supposed to be heavier
Lego Man.
heavier snow the further
Got
west
the
you
Märklin
go.
26543 Silberling set today. Cool. I've got Silberlings, they're just not Zilber.
Oh, I understand that. When snail's hard enough, it looks like snow. You've had that before. Oh, it just felt. Oh.
Because you know, that you said earlier, let's get pizza for dinner, which I'm all on board with.
Okay.
I could do anybody's. I mean, I enjoyed my Marco's pizza last time. The crust was actually done.
Yeah, there's usually
It was really good, and when it's good, that's still one of my favorites. But I don't know, if we haven't had Pizza Hut in a little while.
No, we haven't.
But I don't know, does Jet sound better than Pizza Hut?
Maybe
Or do we
a
want to go
little
off the
or
board?
coupons for Vito's. Vito's we have to heat up in the oven.
We have to heat it up in the oven with Vito's?
Yeah.
I forget. I think the last couple times we've had Vito's, it's just not been the same.
All right, then let's not do it.
The one I really want to get is the good Geno's,
Yeah.
but they don't deliver, or they don't deliver
Right.
in this area.
Yeah.
See, Geno's is an old Toledo pizza place, but there's 2 of them, and they're actually related. And there's
One isn't that far away.
yeah, one isn't that far away, but that's the bad one.
Oh, I keep spinning here. You might accidentally buy a Loco?
Oh, that is because we're crashing.
Okay, it is you.
The winds are kicking up.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we're spinning.
Oh. Dang.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean, Raymond. Although I think in the care you can get it to last a little bit longer, but... Hey, thanks for popping in, Lego Man. Yeah, we noticed we're buffering. I don't know if you heard that. And Derek's going. Yeah, so, yeah, sorry guys, we can see we're buffering. Hopefully it doesn't get too annoying. So take care, Derek.
All right, take care, Derek. Yeah, we have high winds. We have had high winds. So unfortunately, this is the flip side. The OBS has been working great now, but unfortunately, we're back to a line running from outside into the house again.
Yep.
And when we get high winds, it messes with their connections.
Blah. Accidentally giving out credit card numbers to your favorite store? I think most of our favorite stores know our credit card numbers. Just spins every couple of minutes.
Yeah, the thing is, we're not massively dropping. Now
Well,
we're starting
and it's
to.
not a bad spin. Where's your color thing? I don't see it.
Where's my what?
Did you get the green?
It's right
oh,
there.
it's red?
Yeah, it's red because we are dropping a lot of frames. The percentage drop is not awful, but it's going up heavily. We're having spin, stop, spin,
Oh dear.
stop.
Oh dear.
So, unfortunately, this is not inside, this is outside because, the phone internet. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I could just as easy just end it now.
Okay.
Yeah, we lost. Yeah. YouTube Studio saying everything's gone bad, but yeah, I worried about that. I was surprised I got 2+ hours in.
Okay.
You know, the one thing is wind doesn't affect the other Wi-Fi, but their signal wasn't good. So yeah, buffer. I was hoping to see maybe it would suddenly pop back on.
Got an advert. I got an advert.
On your phone? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't lose premium? I thought I would.
Yeah, if you're on your phone or tablet, you're probably getting a commercial right now.
Well, I skipped mine.
Well, yeah, you could usually
Yeah.
skip them because I've got set that they should be skippable.
The effects of the internet getting a blowjob.
Indeed. So unfortunately, this is not inside the house that I could do anything to fix it. It's outside. We spin for a bit, come back, spin for a bit. All right, yeah, it's on our end, Steve. It's not you, it's on our end
Yeah,
because
it's not you, it's us.
winds in the storm are messing with the wires outside. I think what we're going to do is we're going to end this early today just because I don't think it's going to get any better, and there's a couple of things I want to do before it gets dark.
Too late.
Too late. Yeah, it's getting dark. So
I understand that.
but I was hoping it was going to
like
come back, but unfortunately I'm watching the how much we're pushing through drop more and more, so
Yeah.
it's just going to get worse and